Greetings, Toyota fans. Nelson here for Nelson Gaspar Drives. Now let's jump into my time machine and go back to the year 2000. And you're in the market for a mid-size SUV. Well, back then, all mid-size SUVs were truck-based derivatives. So think of Ford Explorer or the Chevy Blazer. They were body-on-frame trucks with big, thirsty engines and not the greatest vehicles to drive for comfort. 2001, it changes all that. The very first Highlander is released, and it's a unibody construction, so more car-based, just more practical for families. Fast forward to 2020, and SUV sales have exploded, and the three-row midsize utility has become the new family hauler. In fact, Highlander has been the #1 selling midsize three-row SUV since 2017. So the Highlander has big shoes to fill, but it's ready to the task, because I'm introducing to you here today the all-new, fully redesigned 4th generation 2020 Highlander. All right, so with this video today, we're gonna do 3 things. We're gonna look at what's changed on this new generation Highlander from the previous one. We're gonna check out all the features on the inside and the outside, and we're gonna go on a drive, which is my favorite part. So let's begin. This new design language of the Highlander is called chiseled and sculpted, and I think they nailed it. Here in the front, you have this amazing grille. It's a 3-dimensional style. All Highlanders come standard with full LED headlights, and they have this nice sweeping design that goes right into the fender here of the car. Just makes it look very luxurious. Now, the new Highlander is what they call right-sized. They didn't want to get it too large, because a lot of these 3-row SUVs are getting quite long and quite bulky. They increased the wheelbase by 2.5 inches, giving it a smoother ride. Because the Highlander grew 2.5 inches in length, almost all of that's gone to making that cargo space larger, especially when the 3rd row is up. It's 65 liters more than the previous generation Highlander at 456 liters. That's 16.1 cubic feet. How much does that really hold? Well, let me show you. You can fit 3 large carry-ons in the back while having the 3rd row up, or 1 Nelson. Drop that 3rd row seat and you'll get 1,150 liters. That's 40.6 cubic feet. Fold the 2nd row flat for going to IKEA to pick up those big items. And now you get a whopping 2,076 liters. That's 73.3 cubic feet of cargo versatility. Okay, we're inside the Highlander now, and this is why people love mid-sized 3-row SUVs. The interior is quite fantastic. It's all soft touch materials on the dash, on the armrest here. And this is actually a base model, an LE. Of course, you can get a very luxurious leather interior on Limiteds and Platinums and XLEs. But it's interesting to note that even on a base model, it's got very, very good levels of quality and luxury. Standard infotainment on a Highlander is an 8-inch infotainment screen. Now you can go with a huge 12.3-inch media screen, which is incredible looking. And of course, standard Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You have this really fantastic shelving system where you can throw your cell phone or any other item. And standard on all Highlanders is a power driver seat and 5 USB ports. Remember before, like I was saying, that the vehicle is right-sized? It really is. It can hold up to 7 or 8 passengers. So you got plenty of room right here in the middle chair, or over on this side, or on this side, or over here, way back in the 3rd row. All right, now for my most favorite part, the drive. Let's go for a drive. One thing Toyota really did this time around is make the interior so much quieter. It's all part of the Toyota New Global Architecture. It's the chassis or the frame. So it's not only just the frame of the car, but everything surrounding it. Sound insulation, noise, vibration, harshness reduction, all those things, which makes for better handling, quieter ride, more responsiveness, and better forward visibility. Now, under the hood of every single Highlander is a 3.5 liter V6 engine that makes 295 horsepower. It's a D4S. It's got a direct injection, so it's quite efficient. And every single one's mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission. That gives this car an average fuel economy combined city and highway of 10.3 liters per 100 kilometers. You know, that's not that much more than a Camry or a mid-sized car from a few years ago. Now, it wouldn't be Toyota if it didn't have safety. So every single Highlander comes standard with Toyota Safety Sense 2.0, pre-collision system with automatic emergency braking for pedestrians, cyclists, and vehicles, lane departure alert, lane trace assist, automatic high beams, and radar cruise control, as well as blind spot detection. Now you get 2 forms of all-wheel drive in every single Highlander, depending on the model. So this one that we're driving here right now, the LE, has a variable torque on demand. Higher models like the Limited and the Platinum feature dynamic all-wheel drive with torque vectoring. So not only will it send power to the rear tires, but on the rear axle, it'll actually send power left or right. So if you're making a nice tight turn, it'll actually send power to the outside wheel to help button down the vehicle on a turn. All in all, the ride of the Highlander is what makes the vehicle. I can see why a family would jump in this vehicle, load up all the kids, load up all the gear, and head off on a holiday adventure on a long road trip. It really is the best vehicle in its class for comfort, reliability, and it's worth taking a closer look at. Well, that about wraps it up for now. Thanks for watching this video on the 2020 Highlander. You really have to experience this car and see just how perfectly it'll fit your family. And I know that once you get behind the wheel, you'll see that for yourself. But I'm here to help. My contact information is below, and I want to help you find the right Highlander. My name is Nelson Gaspar, and I approve of this message. Later.